Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is just going to be a little mini cinematic of my Oase Scaperline 90, and I'm just going to run through the equipment, the plants and the stocking. This tank has been running for a little over a year now, and I would be lying if I said that this tank has been plain sailing and looked as well as it does now the whole time, because it certainly hasn't. It's had a lot of issues. I've had a lot of issues with plant growth and algae, so I've definitely learnt a lot from this tank. It's had various different iterations, but always using the same hardscape. For example, it started with a sand foreground and I've now changed it to a carpet. So the tank itself, as mentioned, is an Oase Scaperline 90. The light that I use is a Chihiros Vivid 2. It runs for 7 hours a day on 55%. It is a powerful light, so I've had to slowly ramp this up to the point where the plants can take it, but also not enough to trigger algae. I inject CO2, and that's via an in-tank diffuser, and that's connected up to a CO2 Art solenoid. And as you can see, there's glassware on this tank, and that includes a skimmer intake. The plants are another thing that have changed throughout the lifespan of this tank, but at its current state we have a hairgrass carpet with Hydrocotyle verticillata, Litorella uniflora. There's also some parva and some Anubias mini coin. Going further back into the mid-ground, we've got some Anubias nana mini, Blyxa japonica, Cryptocoryne repens, and there's also a mix of crypts. So there's Cryptocoryne nurii, there's wendtii green, there's petchii, and there's some Hygrophila araguia. As we head towards the background, there is some Eleocharis acicularis, which is the long hairgrass. We have a Echinodorus red diamond. There is Cryptocoryne spiralis red tiger, and some Cryptocoryne Blyxa in the far background. And there is also a smaller species of Echinodorus that kind of sits between the mid and the background, which is called an Echinodorus purpurea, which is a small variety. The wood in this tank is hornwood. It's often known as riverwood or ironwood. The rock is elderly stone, and there is some small detail gravel, which is the ADA gravel. The substrate is Tropica soil, and underneath that there is some ADA power sand, and I add root tabs monthly as a lot of the plants in this are quite heavy root feeders. As for the stocking, this is a community tank, so there is a lot of mixed species in here, mostly tetras and rasboras, and we've also got a clean-up crew of Clithon corona snails, Otocinclus. There is a Siamese algae eater in there as well, and the summer Marno shrimp. A lot of the fish in here I've had since I first started the hobby, so this would make them 6, nearly 7 years old now. So some of them are just what I've got left of the groups that I had in the beginning. We've got a single remaining neon who unfortunately has started to develop a tumour on his tail. We've got some newer species in there, like the Asian rummy nose, which is slowly becoming one of my favourite fish. There is also a betta in this tank. It's not ideal, but he is quite happy. However, there is also 2 killifish in there, and there are often times where I see them chasing each other. This isn't an ideal setup, and I definitely wouldn't recommend keeping the 2 together, so I will have to look at moving him into a new home. But overall, this is a pretty peaceful aquarium, and everybody does get on quite well. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions at all about the tank, leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer. See you on the next one.